Hello there. Once again, it's Anton from Anton Obey. Thank you guys for stopping by the collection room. Today I'm taking a look at some older comics that I picked up at the local comic book store. And I'm pretty excited about them because they're pretty old. And if you like videos like this, please hit the like button, the subscribe button. It's always greatly appreciated. It helps me out when I'm doing stuff with the channel. So anyway, to the comics I got this week, I ended up paying like $3 a piece for these, which, I don't know, they're in rough shape. I don't really know if that was worth it. What makes me sad is I knew the guy who was selling these for $1 a piece, even just a few months ago, out of like a flea market, and then the local comic book store bought them all, so I couldn't get any more. And then I see some of them appearing there in the local comic book store for $3. But I couldn't get to them earlier. I was picking up different things from the seller when he was at the flea market, so I could have had these for less if I'd have popped on them sooner, but, well, better late than never. It's a 15-cent cover for $3. I'm happy enough with it. But this is where monsters dwell. I do like to grab these because it's one of the more cooler monster titles from back in the day, I think. And our date on these is 1970. And he immediately changes color inside. He's all faded out, washed out looking, but cool nonetheless. Being a 70s book, I'm noticing a lot more dialogue immediately. Just like a thing they used to do. Snoopy strikes again. I loved, kind of off topic, but if you ever played the old PS1 game, maybe it was PS2, Snoopy versus the Red Baron was a fantastic game. And it sounds stupid, but it was a fantastic World War I flying game with Snoopy. So I can't recommend that enough. But as far as this comic goes, it's kind of what I would expect. I see a lot of kind of monstery cliches here. I like the shot of all the people screaming, "We'll fight you with our last breath." And this one here, "You mustn't." Of course, I always love these ads where you can buy weird stuff in the back. Here they come, and they're all gooey, and they pick up their friend, and then that's the end. And the strange magic of Master Con. Master Con, yeah, more like Master Con artist. Tired of being skinny? No, never have been. Never been tired of being skinny. I'm just a little chunky. Like, who would be tired of that? Are you tired of being perfectly healthy? No. Pack on some weight. Nice ship. Trapped in a bottle. Cool. We met in the swamp. You're a UFO? Some sort of UFO? He cuts a deal with aliens. Before your lifetime has ended, we will come back with an invasion force. I betrayed all of mankind. What a weird little story. He screws over the aliens. Sounds like he sold them a phony bomb made out of pinball machine parts. I live a ghost story. I love these old Victorian, and they're always purple on the hill. They're always back their ways, and you can never really see all the colors, but they're big Victorian-style homes. They always pack them back in the back there like that, and they always look super spooky and haunted. Ooh, seriously, I'm gonna factory closeout electric guitar for $12.95. That's pretty cool. That's a deal. The ghosts are just gonna yeet him out the window, I guess. We're looking for people who like to draw, says Norman Rockwell. Well, ooh, and Card Pyramids games. Of course, a wonderful thing from back in the day. It's got a nice rolled cover on it. It's in rough shape, but I feel like it was worth $3. I dig that. Next up, we have Where Monsters Dwell. This is a little bit later. This is issue 21. Oh, it was just issue 5, I think. Yeah, 5th. And we got a big shot of Fin Fang Foom right in the front. This is 1973. I used to have a car, a Volkswagen from 1973. So I had a few things from this era. I also had an old pinball machine from 1972. My Little Joe machine, which I miss very much. Fin Fang Foom. Classic of the large Marvel monsters. Some old comics are kind of a grab bag. Some of them are like really dense and thick and small pictures and not that much fun to read. And some of them are just amazingly vibrant and cool. And this would fall into the vibrant and cool, even though it's in small panels. I like that Fin Fang Foom is enormous, but still has pants. I like that he has pants. We're the badge of the future in conservation. Wildlife conservation. Doesn't look bad. I would say it feels like this book has never been in a bag or a backboard its whole life, and that does not bother me at all. It's actually in great shape. It hasn't faded and washed out like some of them do. Sometimes they would put them in bags back in the 70s, and they would use the regular plastic bags that had acid in them, and then they would never change the bag, even into the modern era. So you just get this comic that's kind of eaten by the bag. It's kind of one of the reasons why I'm hesitant to do anything with comic book bags anymore. I'd almost rather just take my chances with them being loose and readable instead of packed away, because some of the stuff that, I mean, they didn't think it was hurting them back then, and it was. I just wonder kind of what's doing it today. The Clutching Hand. He is drowning his friend there in a shipwreck. That's not good. Well, they got a lot of stuff promoting comic book art in the ads. Of course, the comic book business was much more booming in the 70s. However, there was never any money in it, and they were always terrible to their artists. So I don't know, like, especially in the 70s and the 60s, I don't know why you'd want to be a comic book artist from those eras. They treated, it seems like they treated their staff pretty awful. This one's got a little wrinkle in it. This is a DC comic, supersized, From Beyond the Unknown, 25-cent series, number 7, From Beyond the Unknown, number 7. And this is 1970 again. October and November of 1970. So we're right in there. Oh, wowza. What a splash page. Earth Shall Not Die. What a page. Look at that. That's unreal. That is really nice. They put a lot of pizzazz into that. Oh, it's a Lee ad. I was like, what, they're interrupting this story with something else? It's just another ad, was a comic book or comic strip. Well, that guy's getting a pretty good dressing down. Furthermore, I detect in you an overwhelming lack of intelligence, the manners of an ape, the morals of a rattlesnake, and the total absence of wit, grace, and civilization. In short, Sergeant, you are an obnoxious, boorish creep. And everybody loves to hear that. So he's going to prove him wrong by stomping him to death. Menace on Saturn's rings. That is some big open shots. For small panels, that's pretty amazing. And there's your whole cover for The Day After Tomorrow. in 1970. That's how long, guys. 1970. They've been thinking this is gonna happen. Yeah. Well, if you're gonna shoot Saturn's rings, why would you mess with Saturn? What did Saturn ever do to you? Andromeda. Kind of a weird looking art style. It almost looks Archie-ish, or like one of those romance comics, but it's put in space. Dinosaur. I almost wonder if this is like a reprint. The way it's promoting it up here, it makes me wonder if this is like a reprint from something earlier, or from that year, even just like a collected stories of. Doesn't look bad. This is a big thick one, so it was definitely worth the $3. Records. Any 12 hit records for only $3.98. What is this? The Columbia House? It is. Oh my gosh, it's Columbia Records Club. Wow. I didn't know they went back that far. I knew they had like a CD deal in the 90s and like tapes, but I did not know they went back clear into like vinyl era where they were running the Columbia House scam thing. Do not open till doomsday. There's just something great. Like, I know it's just on video and you can't smell it, but this book has like a little odor to it. Just a slightly musty smell. And musty or dusty, either way. It's kind of nice. To have a book that just has some age and some life and some years on it. You can tell somebody read this a bunch of times or packed it around, and yet it's still in serviceable shape. Kind of like having some road wear on it. If it was all crisp and new and clean, it would just be a modern comic, or a modern reprint, I should say. It's probably a way better story than a modern comic. But I do really like it, what I'm seeing here. Big green giant. It looks like a Skrull almost. But that's Marvel. It always gets me how curvy they make their helicopters. Like, I don't ever remember helicopters being that smooth and curvy. Pretty much your standard fare for sci-fi back in the day, but well done. And complete set for $1. Oh, farmyard animals. Interesting. Cars so fast, we had to find a way to control them. We put them on power slicks. Nice. Well, anyway, those are some stuff that I picked up digging through the bins at the local comic book store. They don't have a lot here in town. We've only got one comic shop. So you have very limited options, and then they've only got about 7 or 8 long boxes of back issues and stuff. So if I find something interesting, it's pretty rare to find something I want to bring home, but I did. And so there it is, and I thank you guys for watching. Like I said, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want, hit the subscribe button. I never recommend hitting the notifications button because that just seems annoying. Like, who wants to be notified? If I feel like uploading a video at 3 a.m., I don't want to bother somebody. Don't hit the notification thing. So anyway, that's my story. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later.